Okay, just gonna make a quick walk around video of the Rzr that I have for sale. It's a 2014 Rzr 900. I bought it new in February of 2015, so I've been the only owner. I have all the maintenance records and stuff. I've done all the maintenance myself. Two spec or ahead of time. Probably more than they recommend even. So on the front, it's got a wild bore winch bumper. It's got a 4,000 pound Viper winch with a synthetic line. It's got some LED cubes on the A-pillars and a small LED bar on the roof. It's a factory Polaris roof. It is a true glass windshield. And then it has a soft rear panel. I also have some PRP upper doors that attach to the Pro Armor doors that they don't seal it up, you know, airtight by any means, but it certainly helps keep the cold wind off of you when it's you know, below freezing. It's got STI HD 4 wheels, I'm not sure which model it is, but they're 6+1 offset, so it keeps you at factory width, keeps the tire up underneath the fender so it doesn't sling mud as bad as some others do. The big thing that most people would be curious about is the factory, it's a Polaris Ranger 500 or 570 mid-size bed on it. I do have everything. I do have the bed sides and the factory bed and all the stuff to put it back stock. It takes me about 2 hours to switch it over if you would prefer it that way. First off, it is snorkel, but not for the reason most people snorkel. They're side-by-sides. This one's never really been taken in deep water or anything like that. When you put the factory bed on it, you have to do something with the intakes because they typically come out of the side of the bed and there's no room for them. So I had to do something with them, so I went ahead and raised them up to the roof. It actually helps keep a lot of the dust out of the air box. It's extended my air filter life considerably. It's all 3-inch tubing, so it doesn't, you know, if anything, it's a little bit freer flowing than the factory air box system was. The bed does dump. It's pretty big. It's you know, it's kind of made my own Polaris General, but with a larger bed, what I think is a better suspension setup with the trailing arms. And I have actually raced a General, and it's a dead heat. I mean, I won 2 races and he won 1, and neither one of them was more than a length behind. So performance-wise, it's right there. So the bed only dumps from the driver's side, but there's a handle right here that's used to release the lever. So you lift that out, it dumps all the way back, which is more than what you get with most side-by-sides. And it actually allows you really good access to your airbox and to your oil fill and just, you know, the top side of your motor and everything. Here you can see how the snorkels run down the side and into the factory airbox. So I'm still running the factory air filters. Nothing's changed there. I try to keep as much stock for reliability purposes as possible, and so far I've never had any issue out of this machine. This is the factory CVT exhaust, and you can tell it's not been modified. These are the factory breather lines for the differentials in the fuel tank and, you know, whatever else. So you know, if I was a deep mud rider, obviously you would want to raise those higher as you would your other intakes, but that's just not why I did this. And the belt intake is this tube, and it runs across and up. The bed frame attaches to the Rzr bed frame, this piece here. It's all factory. I had to trim just about 1/4 inch off of these to get to slide in, and then these 2 pieces of tubing were welded onto the back of it. This piece could be unbolted and replaced if you needed it, but even with the factory bed, nothing interferes. It all functions just as it was. So I really don't see any reason why you'd ever want to take it off. There's this piece and this piece that were added for the latching mechanism on the bed, which is just, you know, what came on the Ranger bed. Suspension is all factory. I adjusted the preload on the shocks just a little bit to compensate for the extra weight and the extra carrying capacity. I've probably put up to 500 pounds or so in the bed, and the Rzr handled it just fine. Still on the factory belt, still has all the factory clutching, and haven't done any modification there. Haven't had a need to. The front suspension, the A-arm bushings have been replaced with Super Dave's bushings, and all 4-wheel bearings have been replaced within the past couple hundred miles. So you shouldn't have to worry about those for a while. It does have the Pro-Armor doors that have been coated in the bed liner, just to basically match the rest of the thing of the machine. Has twisted stitch suspension bucket seats that are fantastic, and it has a JVC head unit with 2 6x9 speakers. It is plenty. It doesn't have the most bass. You know, it's not a crazy loud stereo, but it's plenty for riding. That's most of the modifications on it. If you have any questions or are interested in purchasing it, I will link to the Craigslist ad below, and you can get in touch with me that way if you think you want to make it yours. Thank you.